Splendid news.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Runway, doing so at the midpoint to reduce the taxi distance, thereby avoid the risk of overheating, which is ever prevalent with historic aircraft.
I'll be noisy one.
Second looping, 60 degrees to the right, and welcome to Pilatus PC-7. With its 9 aircraft Pilatus PC-7, the team is one of the biggest propeller-driven display team in the world. As I mentioned earlier on, they are not professional display pilots, but they're all frontline FAA pilots. So the very spectacular display you've seen before from the Finnish Air Force, that's their noble aircraft they operate. In the next 20 minutes, we will not try to show you any risky or spectacular maneuvers, but we are here to demonstrate the professionalism and the courage it needs to sit in a cockpit and to operate with 9 aircraft at such a close distance. The distance between the aircraft is between 3 and 4 meters. Formation now called Super Flash, the big arrow. Changes in less than 10 seconds into the big delta. Precision of the aircraft maneuvers and exact formation change must be appreciated. Increasing the pace shortly, and just to give you an imagination or a sign, the wingspan now from the outer left aircraft to the outer right aircraft is comparable to an Airbus 340. Just we're doing it with 9 Pilatus PC-7. So the team again in the Delta formation here in RIAT. Precise and elegant display for you here, ladies and gentlemen, in our Swiss colors, red and white. And so this formation is called Day and Vulcan. So 2 formations within 1 360. Sorry, not one beginning formation. To a right-hand turn, and obviously the name of the Vulcan I don't need to explain furthermore. We appreciate being here at the last flying display this year, I mean last flying year of the Vulcan here. Also to us, it's an amazing aircraft, and that's why we have given one of our formations the name Vulcan. Now approaching from the right, the team will change right now in the new formation called Super Losange. Difficult formation to fly because for the rear pilots there is one important slot in the middle missing, which gives important reference points to keep their position. So, formation here, Super Losange. Almost unnoticed, as formation formed again, new formation. You'll know it from before, it's our friends, the Flying Diamonds. And please keep the last aircraft inside. He's preparing for a split just in a few moments. With the number 8 on his flight suit, demonstrating you a Cuban 8 close to the ground, and with the display of the PC-7, it's like it's being in a circus. He's the kind of guy, he's gonna entertain the crowd while the other aircraft, the big team, is preparing for the next presentation. So he's kind of filling the gaps that you, ladies and gentlemen, will enjoy. Nice 20 minutes full of action and precise maneuvers. So a tight turn to demonstrate how close or how tight this aircraft can turn. We will see Basel, that's his nickname, later on during the show, once or twice more. We call this a swoop roll. That means half to the one side and then the other half to the other side. Please look down straight ahead. Formation called the Big RIAT. Eight aircraft separating. And then 2 to the left, 2 to the right, preparing for the mega split part 2. Maybe the one or the other has asked himself how those formations are being created. Now we start at a desk with a pen and a blank sheet of paper, and then we start inventing new stuff. I hope you did get the picture. So once we did some drawing on the table, we go into group discussions and then we go flying, and then we see whether it works out or not. And I can tell you this maneuver at the beginning looks quite spectacular. We've got the third dimension, and this is now demonstrated properly by our first solist, Basel. Standing 8. It's not quite a regular standing 8. Ladies and gentlemen, split. I can assure you he didn't do this for the first time, obviously. All those pilots, as I mentioned, are combat ready frontline pilot and instructor, so you need to have several hundred flying hours under the belt to perform here in Fairford or on any other display. From the left, formation, 4 aircrafts in a mini diamond for a looping. On the right hand wing will be the leader, anyway, Captain Martin Spencer, creative head of the team. And on his right wing is Captain Alain Conburen, French-speaking voice pilot in the team. On the left, on his left wing, now at 3rd place, Captain Mario 30. And at 4th place, number 4, Captain Matthias. And maybe a little cheer for our number 2. It's his birthday today. Captain Alain Conburen, happy birthday. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag, Conburen. So you see, instead of celebrating at home with his family, he is displaying here for you. Okay, he's got some fun too, I can assure you. And then from the right, second leader of the team, preparing for the next demonstration. Now we're coming, shortly to the romantic part of the display. Second leader of the team straight ahead, shortly will turn on his back, inverted flight, and around him. It's number 5, Captain Cyril Yoder, flirting around. And the remarkable thing is that this year we got our smoke system. Last year, for our 25th anniversary, it's from the company Pilatus. And since 2014 we are operating with a smoke system which shows the dynamic and the professionalism of the pilot to operate in such close distance in a 3-dimensional area. If you look now straight ahead, our 2 solists, the first you may know already, and on his tail is Captain Marius Krüsi. It's his 3rd season, 3rd year in the team. And this, ladies and gentlemen, the heart, the PC-7 team for Fairford. Okay, it was only shortly visible, but now our number 6, Captain Thomas Hilfer, is performing the arrow. Yeah, it's like in the cockpit. You need sometimes a bit of imagination to see what's going to happen next or what's meant to be. Our solists will continue to show close passes and tight turns. This aircraft is equipped with a 550 horsepower capacity with the turbine, maximum payload weight around 2,000 kilograms. And it's not equipped with an anti-G flying suit system, so the pilots have to be really fit and ready. Acceleration here around 4.5 to 5 G. 30 pass, inverted flights. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the image of the 2 solids. And then from the right, again, the sublimation led by our leader, Captain Martin Spencer. And here you will see that he's got a pass as solo display pilot. He also feels comfortable on the deck. Inverted flight with his 3 friends close to him. Super mirror. propeller aircraft of only 550 horsepower and with a takeoff weight around 2,000 kilograms. Wind becomes to a factor. And you see from the front left a wonderful maneuver called the waterfall. A little bit of refreshment. As I mentioned before, with the smoke system ongoing now, it's easier to see how those pilots fly their figures and their maneuvers into the sky. Waterfall first, and barrel roll a second. This is led by the second leader, the guy you saw before, inverted on his back, with number 5 flirting around him. Straight ahead, we continue with the first soloist, Captain Schneider, and as many other teams, we are also present on Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, whatever. Please like us and you will get more information about the team's background, what we're doing, and how difficult or maybe challenging it is to perform a display like this. So, Swiss Air Force PC-7, that's the Facebook address, and he's close to his minimum speed just before. Just managed to turn around with his feet. Perfectly aligned and well centered, despite the strong winds going on up there for us. With a jet you don't get this feeling, or not that much at least, but with such slight propeller aircraft, fighting against the wind to keep the display always centered, demands quite a bit of professionalism and good judgment. Good judgment. The aircraft is used for pilot training and selection of young pilots. So that means with our roughly 28 aircraft, we do form future fighter jet pilots, 2 cockpits, and we use it for training, as I mentioned, and as well for the display team. So that means if we are away with our display aircraft, we take 9 aircraft, 1 spare aircraft with us, then 1/3 of the fleet is away, maybe 2 or 3 are in maintenance. It requires a lot of management on the ground to keep them all there where we wanted to have, but that's one thing we're known in Switzerland. Here's the big team, formation RIAT. Short link to the European Space Agency, where Switzerland also participates. RIAT rocket, and that builds for me the verbal bridge for the next pass. Span is the recruitment platform of Switzerland. Now actually I could continue in Swiss German, because the next announcement is for all people who hold a Swiss passport. If you want to join the Swiss Air Force, www.spare.ch, that's where you have to click on to take part within the Swiss Air Force as a pilot, be it in a helicopter, Number 8 again, tight turn, G load approximately 5.5 Gs with as a single aircraft, he can load much more cheese, do tighter turns. He does not have to respect other guys on his wing. Energy management within the formation is very crucial and important. One horizontal turn and then a looping, and then he's gaining energy for the next pass. And ladies and gentlemen, that's again the one thing. Please get your cameras ready from the front left sector. The big team approaches the field. They have reduced their speed, lowered the landing gear, switched on the landing lights, and they form the tunnel. But unless to maybe other colleagues, fellow pilots and teams, our tunnel is closed at the bottom. So the closed tunnel to the front left sector, 500 kilometers per hour. And here you go. Closed tunnel of the Swiss Air Force PC-17. Wonderful, neat and clean in between. Thank you very much, Richard Schneider and the big team in landing configuration. Good opportunity for a good big shot. Ladies and gentlemen, and from the left, our post with a goodbye wave. Wave to the wings. Thank you very much, yeah, like with the Super Puma before, good times, fly once you're having fun. He's catching up with the team, and in a few seconds I'll pass over the microphone into the cockpit of the number 1 aircraft, the leader, Captain Martin Vetter. This right from the number 1 aircraft, Captain Martin Vetter with his final greetings. Well, I do absolutely follow his greetings. Thank you very much, UK, thank you very much, RIAT, thank you very much, Royal Air Force, and all of your friends for having us here. It's a great honor for us to be here. We love to come here. Thanks Ben, thanks everybody. And please look now straight ahead for the final grande of the Swiss Air Force PC-17. We will be flying for you tomorrow. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have good fun with the rest of the day. Stay safe. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention as I have a security message for you. The organisers of the Royal International Air Tattoo have taken appropriate security measures to ensure your safety whilst at Fairford today. However, we need your assistance and would ask that you keep your personal belongings with you at all times.
Yeah.
Captain Martin Vetter and his colleagues come in to land. We thank them for their contribution, and indeed that of the Swiss Air Force in general, to RIAT in 2015. Well, having not long ago seen the Super Puma, we're going to get the RAF Chinook into the air a little in advance of its display slot to go off and hold. That's one of the most impressive performers of any display program, especially now we're seeing the new Chinook HC4 variant on display for the first time this season. But before that, we have another helicopter display, and a very exciting one indeed. Of course, we've got to get the 9 PC-7s off the runway first and clear for the next display.
Yeah. On the problem.
Well, a very warm welcome to those who joined us a little late in the day. I understand there were some significant traffic issues, so our apologies for that, and I hope it will not spoil your day. It's a beautiful afternoon here, and we'd like to thank you for persevering with us. And you will notice already that not only is there a lot going on in the sky, and there will be right through to about 5:30 this afternoon, but there's an awful lot behind you as well. So if you're new to the International Air Tattoo, do pick up a brochure. It's got everything you need in there. The all-important map
of course, for getting around, but it will enable you to go and visit the various zones which are set up here, particularly if you've got family and young teenagers. I'm referring to things like the adrenaline zone with a huge amount of sports action. You can try your skills on segways, jump from a 10-metre platform, try a bit of tightrope walking and all sorts of things. The techno zone, we've got some competitive engineering work for the youngsters there, and that is sponsored by Lockheed Martin and several other companies with us, but also new an autodrome as well. So we're on top of the ever-popular Royal Air Force Village, which is monster-sized this year, and there's got a huge amount of interest in it, and the also equally popular Vintage Village way down at the eastern end of the area, complete with its reenactors as we're celebrating this year's 75th Battle of Britain anniversary. But all of that and more to come later. Back to Ben.
Thank you, George. Yes, a quick recap of what we have coming up on the programme. The next display will be from the German Army with the Bo 105 there.